Mrs. Zimmerman, I put the papers from A corporations on your desk, so take care of them, please. I need them done by tonight.
What? Oh, hello, Miss Forbes.
Hi, just take care of the papers, will you? And make sure you don't make any mistakes. Just because you're 65 years old and just a part-time worker doesn't mean you can do a lousy job.
Hold on, Miss Forbes. I won't be able to finish these by tonight. Today and tomorrow's a day off for me.
What? Why are you just taking a day off?
I told you this already, right? I needed you to hand in the papers by yesterday since I wouldn't be available today and tomorrow.
What? You never told me such a thing. Anyways, we need these neat papers done by tomorrow morning. You can't just say you're not available because you're on vacation or something.
Are you being serious right now? Why not ask the manager what to do about it instead of complaining to me, the part-time worker?
What? What do you mean ask the manager? This is your job. Don't you get paid to do this?
Complaining about it by text isn't going to get those papers done, you know? You need to ask the manager what to do.
Huh? Stop trying to make other people do your work for you. Why are you acting so superior anyways? You're just a part-time worker, right? You seem to not understand. Unlike you, I'm actually a contracted employee at this company.
I know that. You just graduated from an elite college, right?
Oh, I get it. So is that the reason? You're looking down on me since I'm new here, right?
I'm not trying to act superior, but I need you to do your work properly.
Huh? What's with the attitude? You think the others are going to forgive you talking to me like this? I'm gonna tell the CEO about this.
Just what exactly are you trying to say?
People your age should already be retired. But here you are working part-time. I wonder why. Do you have some sort of huge debt or something? Unlike me who graduated from college and is guaranteed to be promoted soon, you're just an uneducated good-for-nothing that receives a salary for doing nothing, right? And to think that I was trying to help you contribute to the company by doing some work for once. What kind of person just takes a day off suddenly and refuses to do work? You're so impolite. Don't you have any manners?
Miss Forbes, are you done talking now?
What?
I only took a day off since it's exactly 1 year since my mother passed away. I'm actually quite busy right now, so let's end this conversation.
Huh? Come to the office and take care of these papers right now.
I can't even if I wanted to. I'm currently 4 hours away from the office.
4 hours? Just where exactly are you right now?
It doesn't matter where I am right now. I can't take care of those papers for you. Period. Will you please just ask the manager what to do already? Didn't they teach you this during training? Always tell the manager if you have a problem. Especially if it's something unexpected.
Why are you just telling me this now? This is going to make me look so bad, and it's all your fault.
How is this my fault? I told you to give me the papers by yesterday, right? This is your own fault, Miss Forbes. Even if you are a new employee, you've been working here for 10 months already now, right? And you still can't even do such basic things as reporting to the manager? You've made me lose my temper. Goodbye then. I'll see you next week.
What? Wait! You're just going to leave? What's with the attitude, though? Just who exactly do you think you are? You're just a part-time employee here. You can't be replaced anytime, do you hear me? You better know your place or face the consequences.
Good evening, Miss Zimmerman. Sorry for disturbing you on your day off. I'd heard it's been exactly 1 year since your mother passed away. You have my condolences. Anyways, we took care of the papers from A Corporations.
Good evening, Mr. Rowland. Thanks for taking care of the papers for me. Sorry for causing a hassle.
Don't be. It's not your fault. I heard Mrs. Forbes forgot to get them to you before your leave. Still though, Mrs. Forbes' attitude is just too much.
Tell me about it.
Yes, it's true that she does do her job better than most of the other new employees, but she just has no respect for others.
She's probably acting this way because she did so well on the project we asked her to take care of to test her skills.
She only did well because you're supporting her. The other new employees who also did well understand that they only succeeded because of your help. And I've been modestly learning from our senior employees and asking for advice ever since. Mrs. Forbes, on the other hand, thinks it was all her doing and is getting overconfident.
It looks like it. Having confidence isn't a bad thing, but having too much is.
So you think so too? Should we ask her to take care of that project?
What project?
We've been asked by headquarters to send 2 new employees to work on a deal we're going to make with D Corporations from America. We were planning on sending you as well to support these 2 new employees. The best in our company are also going to be involved in this, so I thought it would be a good educational opportunity for Miss Forbes. You know, teach her that there are people much more competent than her.
I see.
If this still doesn't work, we'll have to think things through again, though. I don't want to have to fire her.
This proves that I'm the best. I haven't even been working here for 1 year yet. I was chosen to take part in a project involving a company from America. It must be because I graduated an elite university and because my past successes.
Miss Forbes. 2 new employees were going to be chosen to participate in this trade deal with D Corporations from the start, as a way for them to gain experience and educate the future leaders of this company. How people evaluate you depends on the work you do from now. You haven't been proven to be the best yet. Don't get that wrong.
Yeah, it's not really convincing coming from a 65-year-old part-time worker. Why do you keep talking like this to your company? Anyways, you're only going to be coming with me as support, right? Which means you have to do what I say.
That's not what me supporting you means.
Yeah, stop talking back at me. You should probably watch your attitude.
Funny, because I wanted to say the same exact thing.
Good evening, Miss Erngren. I told Miss Swartz she would be working on the deal with D Corporations from America this morning. What was her reaction?
Good evening, Mr. Rowland. I received some pretty amusing texts from her this afternoon. She says that this proves she's the best, and that I have to do what she says as her support.
I see. I did tell her that you would be only there to give her advice, not to do what she says, though.
Mr. Rowland, did Miss Forbes get into this company using connections?
Oh, so you know this.
More or less. Wasn't the CEO's wife's maiden name Forbes?
Yes, Mrs. Forbes is her cousin's daughter.
I see.
Please don't tell this to the others. The CEO told her that if she uses her position to do harm, she would be fired immediately. I know it's a hassle, but please take care of her for just a bit more.
I understand.
Ms. Zimmerman, can you make the presentation in Japanese for tomorrow's meeting?
I wondered who was sending me texts on my office phone at this hour. Aren't you supposed to take care of that? I'm supposed to make an English presentation based off the presentation you make in Japanese.
Let's switch roles. You make the presentation in Japanese and I'll translate it into English.
The reason you weren't tasked with the job of making the presentation in Japanese is so that you can gain experience.
No, I don't need experience. I'm already guaranteed a promotion. It'll be better this way since I can check for any mistakes you make while translating it into English. If you understand, then hurry up and prepare for our presentation in 2 weeks.
Good morning, Miss Forbes. You aren't here yet. Are you going to be late? We have a meeting with D Corporations from 1500. I also have a few questions regarding the English presentation you made. You see, I don't quite understand what you're trying to say in a few places.
Oh, sorry. I caught a cold and can't speak well.
What? Really? But the representatives from D Corporations came all the way from America, so we can't just really cancel this meeting. That means we have to get someone else to do the presentation you were supposed to do.
Why don't you do it?
What?
I'm saying that you should do the presentation in English instead of me.
Well, I guess that's the best option. The presentation was only finished yesterday, and I'm the only other person who's seen it yet.
But you can't speak English, right? You're just a 65-year-old part-time worker. It can be helped, so I guess I'll have to come.
I understand. I'll do the English presentation in your place.
What? Are you being serious?
Do you have any objections?
Can you even speak English?
A bit, yes. Anyways, I have to go over some things with the others, so bye now.
Stop trying to act tough.
Take care with your cold.
Fine, it's not my problem if you embarrass yourself. Are you serious? You can speak English that well?
Oh, you came to the meeting halfway through, right? How's your cold?
Who cares about that? Why are you so good at English?
Well, I was the head of the International Relations Department before I retired.
What? The International Relations Department? That's the most elite department in this company. And you were the head?
Right now, I'm working as a part-time worker since I had to retire. Also, I studied language in college, which is where I learned to speak English.
You graduated college? I thought you were just a high school graduate.
When did I say such a thing? Besides, you shouldn't judge people on their academic backgrounds.
What?
Well, the presentation went well since I took your place, so everything ended up alright, I guess.
What do you mean?
Your translation was full of mistakes.
What? Like where?
Basic spelling and grammar. There were some parts where I couldn't even understand what you were saying.
What?
We needed to hand in the presentation by noon, so I quickly fixed all your mistakes. I can't imagine what would have happened if you turned in that presentation.
No way! Are you sure I made so many mistakes? Yes, I am. Or would you like me to show the others the presentation you made? I wouldn't if I were you. It's a bit ironic though. Thanks to me taking your place, we were able to make a $5 million deal with D Corporations. What? We were able to make a $5 million because you took my place? Why do I have to be fired? I was just supposed to be promoted and become an executive at this company right away. This wasn't supposed to happen.
You made a promise with the CEO, right? You promised that you wouldn't use your connections with him to do harm, and that you wouldn't look down on others just because you knew him. And that you would be humble and listen to what the senior employees said. Maybe you didn't do anything immediately harmful with your connections, but you obviously looked down on everyone you met. You were only hired because the CEO took pity on you, since you couldn't find a job after graduating, right? Yet you still took such an arrogant attitude. That's how you returned his kindness, so no wonder he got mad.
Please, Mrs. Zimmerman, can you convince them to hire me again?
Why?
You used to be the head of the International Affair Department, right? They'll listen to what you say.
But I'm just a part-time worker now. I have no right to interfere in such matters.
Just try telling them.
Impossible.
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Please, I'm begging you.
It seems you wouldn't understand unless I tell you this directly. I don't want to work with you, Miss Forbes.
Huh? What do you mean?
You're finished with what you have to say now, right?
Mrs. Zimmerman?
Bye. Miss Forbes faked her illness on the day of the meeting with D Corporations. Not that I ever believed she was actually sick. She was planning on making me do the presentation instead of her. And to come in halfway through to save the day. She didn't expect me to be able to speak English so fluently. The CEO found out about what she was trying to do and got mad and forced her to resign. Her parents were pretty disappointed in her as well. She tried finding a new job, but failed miserably. So she instead tried to get married. She fell in love with a handsome man and they started living together. She now just lives with him and does everything he says.
Hey, old man. Did you use my toothpaste this morning?
Huh? No, I didn't. And Mia, don't call your father an old man. That hurts my feelings.
I don't want to admit that a shabby old man like you is my father. You have a balding head and a horrible old man body odor. Your presence on this planet is a waste of space.
You don't need to be that rude. Besides, it's not my fault I'm balding. I've been using new body soap to help with my BO, too.
You still stink, though.
I'm sorry about that.
Anyways, are you sure you didn't use my toothpaste? Have you been secretly using it? Gross. I'm going to throw up. You better get me a new one if you are.
Don't worry, I really haven't used it.
Was it Mom then? I was washing my hands earlier and noticed it was in a different place from where I usually put it.
It's probably Mom then.
I guess it's okay if it was Mom. She doesn't stink.
I don't think I stink that much either.
You do. I can smell you from the other side of the room. I don't even want to touch the sofa in the living room when I think about how you sit there.
Hey, Mia, haven't you been a little harsh to your dad ever since you started middle school? You're in high school now. You realize how harsh your words are, don't you?
What? I'm just telling the truth. What's wrong with that?
You used to say that you loved me when you were little.
Can you not say that? Disgusting. And erase those memories from your head immediately.
I can't do anything about my hair, but I'll try and fix everything else you don't like, Mia. So I'd like you to stop saying such mean things. At the very least, can you stop calling me old man or you?
The way I call you is my own business. If you want me to call you Dad, why don't you do things that'll make me approve you?
Like doing what exactly?
If you get plastic surgery and give me $1,000 allowance every month, I'll approve you as my father.
I can't do that.
Then don't ask me to call you Dad. You're so annoying. Why did Mom even get married to someone like you?
Ask your mother that, not me.
Thank God I didn't end up looking like you, though. Everyone in school says I'm cute. I have beautiful eyes and a fit body, too. Thank goodness for Mom's genes.
You're right, Mia. You do look a lot like your mother.
If I was born with a garbage face like yours, I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
Hey, you don't have to say all that. Think about what comes out of your mouth a little more.
Shut up! You should look at your face in the mirror. It's disgusting.
I see. I'm sorry.
If you're going to apologize, at least give me a bigger allowance. That's the only thing you're good for.
Mia, did Mom tell you?
Oh, about the divorce?
I'm sorry things had to end up like this.
Like what? Besides, Mom was the one who cheated, wasn't she?
What? You knew? Did your mom tell you? I wasn't planning on telling you about it.
Nope, she didn't. But I always had the feeling.
I see. I'm sorry. It was hard on you, wasn't it?
What? Hard on me? I don't even feel that way at all.
Huh?
I mean, Mom got tired of being with an old man like you, right? I understand why she'd feel that way. I fully support Mom's decision.
I see.
It's hilarious that you thought I'd be hurt over this. You're the only person that's hurting here.
You're right. And Mia, about parental rights. You want to live with Mom, right?
Obviously. Why do I have to live with you? Can you stop putting any disgusting ideas inside your head? There's no way in hell I'd live with you.
But Mom's been slacking off around the house, right? You were always struggling, weren't you?
Not really. I could buy food at the store when I got money. And you did most of the cleaning. There was nothing troublesome about that. I was happy for Mom for having fun in her new relationship.
That's how much you hated your father, huh?
Well, yeah. I told you a bunch of times. I'm always wondering why someone like you is my father. I'm happy. I'll have a lot less stress in my life.
Mia, you were always the most important thing in the world to me.
You're so annoying. You didn't need to say that. I don't like you. I only feel hatred, so you don't need to think of me as your daughter anymore.
Mia.
An unreliable, lame, and disgusting old man. That's why Mom left you. It was your own fault.
Okay, Mia. I understand how you feel.
Oh, but make sure you pay child support properly, okay? If you really think I'm important, you should be happy to help me out, right? Give me money until I'm a grown adult. Old man! Want me to tell you something funny?
Yes? What is it?
Why do you sound so polite? You've been living a lonely life after being separated from us, haven't you? What a miserable life.
You don't need to contact me if you don't need anything.
What? What's with the attitude? Your wonderful daughter is going through all the effort to message you. Aren't you happy?
Just tell me what you want.
Okay, fine. The big news is... Mom is getting remarried.
I see.
Is that it? You're actually upset, right?
I don't feel anything for her anymore. We're just two people that split up.
It's so annoying that you're trying to act strong. Just to let you know, my new dad is super handsome. He's not an old man like you. He's even younger than Mom. And he's super rich.
Good for you. I'm glad to see that you're doing good.
Sad for you. In fact, I feel lucky to be separated from a stinky and disgusting father like you.
Okay. Get along with your new dad.
You don't have to tell me twice. Plus, Mom is pregnant. She was 5 months pregnant when she ended things with you.
Oh, I see. Thanks for letting me know. You guys aren't family anymore, so you don't need to go through the effort to message me.
I didn't want to contact you either. Mom told me to tell you. She's probably angry because you made her pay compensation fees for her infidelity.
What do you mean? She cheated on me.
You're the one that made Mom cheat. She threw you away because you're unworthy and a gross man. Don't blame other people, you piece of garbage.
Then don't contact your garbage father ever again.
Why are you saying it like that? Do you want me to hate you?
Don't you already?
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, I won't message you ever again. I don't even want to see you ever again.
That's good.
Honestly, my only flaw is that I was born as your daughter. But my new dad is handsome. How amazing is that? My life is going to be so amazing from now on. Bye, you sad old man that was thrown away by his wife and daughter. See ya. Hey, why aren't you answering the phone? Pick up.
What? Why are you calling me all of a sudden? I was sleeping.
What? It's the middle of the day.
Let me do what I want. Anyways, why did you call me?
Why can't I? Are you still living in our old house?
If you're talking about the house I was living in with you guys, I moved out a while ago.
Oh. I'm at the park near that house right now.
I see.
I see? Is that all you're going to say? You're not going to ask me why I'm here?
Yeah.
Why are you acting like that? Oh, Mom had the baby, by the way. It was a boy. He's my little brother. But it was a little different than how I imagined it would be. I have no place in the house anymore. Everyone's so focused on my brother and they're all disregarding me. I mean, I was happy that there was a baby in the house, but no one told me this would happen.
What happened?
Mom is about to throw me away. Because I'm the daughter of a man she hates.
Well, seems like that's true.
You don't think anything of it?
Nope.
What? But it's your DNA in me. It's your fault. So do something about it.
I don't want to.
Why aren't you helping me? Aren't you my father? You're not even going to grant your only daughter's wish?
Huh? I've never had a kid.
What? Are you saying that you're not my parent because you got divorced from Mom?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not related to you biologically.
What? You're not... Are you saying that you're not my real father?
Yeah.
You're lying! I remember things from when I was little. You were there since I was young.
I got married to your mom when you were around 3 years old. I don't think you remember that, though.
But there were pictures with you from when I was a baby.
One picture, right? Were there any others?
I don't think so.
This is your mother's third marriage. I don't know anything about your biological father. If you need to depend on your real father, you should ask your mother about him.
I don't understand. So when she said I'm related to a man she hates, she wasn't talking about you?
Well, yeah, seems like it. I don't know. But either way, you and I are actually completely unrelated.
But we are related by law, right? Didn't you adopt me?
No, we didn't do that. We were going to tell you the truth after you started middle school.
No one told me anything. I'm already in high school.
You've been avoiding me since middle school, haven't you? You started calling me dirty and stinky, so your mother suggested telling you when you calmed down a little.
That's so selfish of you guys.
Thinking back now, she probably actually just wanted to divorce me since then. I mean, this doesn't matter to me anymore.
It does matter. But like, you wanted to be my dad, right?
Yeah, I did. That's why I tried so hard with you no matter what you said to me. But isn't it amazing? You probably knew in your heart that we were strangers. How else could you say such terrible things to me? You probably just couldn't physically stand an old man you had no connection to.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. It's not like that. I thought of you as my real father, Dad.
Don't start calling me Dad now. It weirds me out.
I'm sorry.
Well, your new dad isn't biologically related to you, but he's handsome, right? Good for you.
Nothing is good. He gets angry quickly. And he always yells at me. He said he can only love his own child.
Well, you aren't related to him. Isn't that a good thing? He's not forcing you to call him Dad like I did. Isn't someone like me annoying?
It would have been better if I lived with you, Dad.
Too late now.
It might be like that, but I want to go back to the life I had before. Mom was always only thinking about herself, but you prioritized me more than anything, Dad. I realize that now.
If you regret your actions, make sure to never make those mistakes again.
Yes! I won't say terrible things to you. I won't make fun of you either. Hey, Dad, where do you live now? Do you have a room ready for me? I want you to pick me up in your car if possible.
What are you talking about?
Huh? Aren't you going to let me live with you? Our conversation was going that way, wasn't it?
Stop joking around. I said this earlier, but you and I aren't related. There's no way we can live together.
Oh, is it because Mom has parental rights and can sue you? Don't worry about that. I'll explain everything to her.
No, it's not that. I don't intend to live with you.
Huh?
Besides, I'm too far to be able to pick you up. You probably won't be able to come here either.
Where are you? I'll go there even if it takes time.
I'm overseas. That's why I was sleeping earlier.
Overseas?
My boss suggested a change in location after the divorce. That's why I'm at one of the overseas branches. So I can't help you, and there's no way we can live together.
No. I don't want this.
There's nothing I can do even if you say that.
We spent over 10 years together. How could you say something like that?
You've been saying terrible things to me for many years too. I was going to take you in even after the divorce. No matter how much you hated me, I thought of you as my real daughter.
Really?
But you said you were going to live with your mother. Even after that, you continued to look down on me and make fun of me. I finally gave up after that. That's why I decided I was going to forget about you guys.
Dad, I'm sorry. I was so stupid. I'm so sorry. Please, forgive me.
You thought I'd help you if you depended on me like a daughter would, didn't you? You should look back at all the texts you've sent me. You were saying horrible things. Just because you're underage doesn't mean you get a pass for saying things like that. You should be able to understand people's feelings at this age, right?
I won't make fun of you anymore. Please, help me. I don't want to go back to that house. I want to live with you, Dad.
The only thing I can do is hope for the best for you as someone who used to know you. Besides, it'll be hell for you to have to live with a disgusting old man who's not even related to you. You don't need to force yourself to be with me. I'm not your father anymore. I stopped texting my daughter and contacted my ex-wife. After all, I raised Mia from when she was 3 years old all the way to when she turned 17. It might be none of my business, but I asked my ex-wife to think about Mia's feelings a little bit more. But she told me not to interfere with her family's business. I didn't adopt Mia, so I didn't have to pay child support either. So I guess I really didn't have any business barging into their family issues. That's why I told Mia about facilities that she could go to, as well as her grandparents' address. A few days later, my ex-wife's mother contacted me to let me know that Mia was at her place. I felt relieved after that. This was the only thing that I could do for her living so far away. Mia needs to get through the rest on her own. By the way, my ex-wife's new husband was also divorced before. The reason for that was because he was abusive to his ex-wife. I found this out while doing an investigation into my wife's cheating, but I didn't tell her. I didn't know what would happen, but I didn't think it'll be a happy marriage. Sooner or later, I believe the two will get divorced. I try to think of children as innocent, but Mia's already in high school. There might be people that will criticize me for not helping her after living with her for so long, but my ex-wife and daughter broke me mentally and emotionally. I try my best until the end to believe my daughter did nothing wrong. She might think this was not enough love, but this was all I could do. I know I might be judged, but this is something you won't understand unless you experience it firsthand. Also, ever since I came to Singapore, I haven't been teased about my balding head. There are times I struggle with the difference in culture, but I feel like my heart is a little more full than before. The pain comes up sometimes, but little by little, I'm doing my best to be more positive.